Today we're going to be talking about the Twitter user that ended up getting harassed for her hair. I might be a few days late to this topic, but I thought I should talk about it because of the greater implications it has when it comes to talking about cultural appropriation and representation in media. Also, I was kind of bored, so you know. So, if you don't know what happened, this Twitter user ended up getting harassed by a lot of people on Twitter saying that she's doing something racist. She took a hairstyle that wasn't meant for her, so she's doing something racist. She obviously knows what she's doing, and she's a fucking shitty person and all these other horrible things and yada yada yada, and basically they conflated two issues together and now this person's racist. Now, granted, I don't know if this person's shitty or not in real life. I don't know them. This is a Twitter interaction that people sort of just attached a label to her or them. I don't know. Again, I don't know. All because a lot of people didn't like the way that they used the hairstyle in Animal Crossing. Now, a little more information. Animal Crossing recently added in their fall update some new hairstyles because a lot of people of color, black people specifically, have been asking for new hairstyle. Mostly because black hairstyles in video games have been a point of contention for a while when it comes to representation in the media. It's only recently that we're really seeing people put a lot of effort into black hairstyles in video games. And I mean, can you blame them? For the longest time, the only real black hairstyles that existed were like maybe two dreadlock hairstyles, a buzz cut or high top fade. And for women, it was basically just those same hairstyles, but longer variants. A game could have 70 hairstyles and only 5 of them would be dedicated to black people. And that was an issue, and it still kind of is. So Animal Crossing, using the power of the updated system work of the Switch to, you know, update the game to feature more hairstyles, especially hairstyles by popular demand, is pretty fucking cool. And a lot of black people were excited to see these hairstyles, especially because the biggest complaint of Animal Crossing was the character creator did not give you enough freedom to make yourself. And in a game with character creation primarily meant for creating you represent you. That's the representation for a game with a character creator. A video game company does not have to worry about representation if they give the player the option to make their skin color what their real life skin color is, or be who they want to be, or yada yada yada. If somebody wants this group representation, they can get it. They're just not gonna get it, you know, the way they want it. And that's where the limitations of character creator comes in. And Nintendo very much had limitations. Across the board limitations, in fact. So this update was there to alleviate some of those complaints. And it also served as a way of reminding people this is a game that'll probably be getting updated for the foreseeable future, because they probably don't plan on making a new one anytime soon. So they're gonna spend a lot of time updating and changing current Animal Crossing so it makes as many people happy as possible. And also so it makes as much money as possible. Am I right, businessmen in the audience? But with that out of the way, this hairstyle was very much, as you can see, meant for black people and people of that hair texture. And I don't mean curly hair. I get it. Curly hair is a thing. I don't mean curly hair. I mean tight curly hair. Tight curly hair of a specific texture. To deny that that type of hair exists is proving that you have never met a black person, or you're one of those I don't see color types. And this is coming from somebody who's colorblind. So, you know, we can play this game, or you can just put it down on the table that you literally have never fucking seen a black person's hair IRL. So continuing forward, this hair was very much meant as a black hairstyle. And because people can dye their hair and people have, you know, different hair colors other than black, you're gonna see a lot of different hair colors with this hairstyle. It's not about the color of the hair, it's about the way that it was modeled, essentially. It was modeled with like a certain texture in mind, a certain type of, like, you know, look. And the reason I can confidently say it was meant for black people, specifically put in the game because of those types of complaints, is because instead of it being a center part like most bun style or bun hairstyles, this is done from braids, like braids from the front to the back leading to the buns or puffs or whatever you want to call it. And that specific detail in the model of the hairstyle makes me 99% sure this was meant for black people and this was indeed a black hairstyle. Now, moving to the drama. Like I said earlier, a lot of people got mad and essentially started calling this person racist for picking this hairstyle, and this created like a culture war in the replies, like most things do when you talk about whether or not something's cultural appropriation. It ended up creating a lot of backlash. So what happened, if we're gonna go down to the replies, is this person posted this picture. A lot of people got mad. A lot of other people started defending them. Now this is where you get into the little nuances of how the internet works. Some people were most likely genuinely defending this person because why are you attacking this person for having this hairstyle? What did they do to you? Did they say the N-word? Are they constantly talking about how black people are this and yada yada yada? No. Then why are you attacking them? Is this what you would assume a microaggression is? If I can pull out a fucking dead and buried word from 2016. Because to me, it looks like they just put this hairstyle on their character because they don't have the hairstyle that they're looking for, so this is as close as it gets. And again, that comes down to the limitations of the Animal Crossing character creator. Now, as a little detour for my point, and to make this video as hard to follow as possible, I can see the other side of it, where it's like, well, you're picking a hairstyle meant for black people, and we barely have any hairstyles in video games besides like the 5 that I mentioned earlier, and you're looking at this like a neat, oh, cute, I'm gonna use this instead of the hairstyle that I actually want because it's just as close. You're experiencing something that we always experience in video game character creators, but you're only experiencing it once. And that's for me to, like, you know, get in the mind of somebody who might genuinely be getting upset about this. And from that point of view, I can understand it because it's kind of like salt in the wound, but it's also not that serious. So to continue from my previous point, again, making this as complicated as possible, this person didn't know what they were doing. They didn't really do anything at all. But again, I can see the arguments that people are making. I like to play devil's advocate a lot, and playing devil's advocate as much as I do gives me the ability to empathize somebody's feelings, especially if I don't agree with them. And because I pretty much know how a lot of people feel arguing against this, I also know that it's kind of stupid and it's just salty. Like, I get the greater implications of stuff like this, but we got a bunch of hairstyles in an Animal Crossing update. Why are we trying to gatekeep them? It's like, look, I don't like seeing fucking white people wear dreadlocks either. It looks like Grinch fingers. If you don't have the texture for it, you shouldn't be doing it. It's as simple as that. And I know that there are also literally medical reasons why you should not do hairstyles you don't have the hair texture for. I've seen other people with dreadlocks and black hairstyles that don't have the hair for it, and when they finally take it out and they, you know, start wearing their normal hair, their hair is fucked. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. You can, like, people who shouldn't be wearing these hairstyles, not because they're not allowed to, but because their body literally rejects it. And this isn't some sci-fi bullshit. This is like, when they take it out, their fucking hair is dying. Black people get to do that. You know, black people can do it because we have the hair for it. The same way that white people and other people of color with more straight hair can do certain hairstyles, and they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to put a lot of effort into it. It's like, you can do these things, but you're probably going to end up damaging your hair in the long run for a look that you probably won't even get that many compliments for. So I can, again, understand where people are coming from, but also, this is a video game. It's not like they're wearing this in real life. I highly doubt they could wear this in real life. It's literally a character in a video game, and they're probably going to end up changing their hairstyle in the future because it's that easy. Just go into the character creator tab in Animal Crossing and then switch your hairstyle to literally any other of the like 16 hairstyles in the game. They're not going to keep this forever just to spite black people unless they end up doing that, and then in which case I look like a fucking idiot, but I believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt, so I don't think they're going to do that. So yeah, again, I don't think they're going to wear this forever. So this was a big issue, or a non-existent issue turned into a fucking big issue that got into the cultural prevalence of hairstyles and yada yada yada. And I saw some tweets that were essentially just like, yes, space buns that she's referring to are actually from a disco craze from Latin America or Hispanic culture or whatever. And a lot of people people were saying like it predates Afro puffs, which is the African American version of that hairstyle. But if I'm to summarize everything I just said, they were most likely picking a hairstyle that looked as close as possible to Space Buns, which is indeed its own hairstyle, which is a Hispanic hairstyle, which looks like other hairstyles, like, you know, Asian hair buns. I'm sure you've seen plenty of fucking character designs in media of an Asian character with hair buns. Buns is not exactly the most, you know, specific hairstyle. It's easy to generalize, and that's a problem here, because you can claim that your culture started it, but in reality, there's probably no way to fucking tell who started it. So that's a big thing there. So that's a big thing right there. Then there's the other stuff about like, oh, they're racist and yada yada yada, and it's like, no, they're probably not racist. I mean, they're from what I know, they're from the UK. It says it in their bio, so I don't know, they could be racist. But from my guess, I would say they're probably not. And to attribute these things to them just because of a post of them wearing a hairstyle that was added to the game because a lot of black people wanted it to be added to the game, is not them being racist, it's just them enjoying Animal Crossing. And I've checked their page, I've done like a fairly thorough scrub of their page before even recording this, and all I'm seeing is like pumpkin spice and Animal Crossing and cutesy stuff, and it's like, oh my god, if this person turns out to be racist, it'd be like a fucking chihuahua saying the N-word. Like, Jesus Christ. So I can't agree with that. And the whole culture clash that came out of this literally just caused a bunch of people to get mad at each other, and now this person's being held up as Satan and Jesus at the same time. There's fan art of them not getting upset or not backing down and just keeping the picture up or whatever, and not letting bullies get to them. And then there's people who are actively like burning bridges over this shit, and it's like, oh my god, Twitter, can you be fun for one day? Well, if Twitter was fun for one day, I'd be out of a job. Yeah, you know what? Keep arguing, need content. But that's basically this video, and that's basically my opinion on it. This whole thing honestly shouldn't have happened. So thanks for watching. If you've been binge watching my videos somehow, thank you. It means a lot. I don't know why I said that so weird, but yeah, it does mean a lot. Fucking, you know, something that might mean a lot more is if you hit that subscribe button, and a little extra, you know, if you really want to make sure you're getting in bed tonight. I'm kidding. Nobody's allowed in my bed, but fucking, you can hit the bell notification. That'll tell you whenever I upload, and I do have a very sporadic upload schedule. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. That's what it's for. And give me your opinion on this whole situation down in the comments below. So again, thanks for watching, and until next time, remember to stay cool. That is copywritten. If another motherfucker says that shit, I am coming to your house with a baseball bat. We're gonna settle that dispute over a game of softball.